Hello, it's Red Knight here and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and it's time for Trucking Halloween. Yes, it's Halloween 2015 and it's a truck event from Heyday. But what's involved, I wonder? What do we have to do? How many trucks will it require? And what's the global prize? Let's find out. Well, to enter the global competition you're going to need to complete 4 trucks, and if you haven't already done so, you've still got time to support the rest of the community. So get going with those trucks, because we need your help to get 149 million trucks, and we will get a really cool decoration that you cannot buy in the shop or get anywhere else. It will be a special Halloween prize. Now, to do that, all you need to do is to go to this truck board here just by the side of your house, click on it, and you will see lots of orders. Once you've done an order, it will come up on the board like this and say, hey, you've done an order, and then gradually the total will change. Now that truck will keep coming and going and coming and going until you have completed the whole event, or until you run out of orders. All you need to do is just keep sending it away, and then it will keep coming back and the totals keep going up. So look at that, 2 trucks. Oh yes, I'm well on my way to entering this global event, and all you need to do is to get 4, and then this image will change and you can see how everybody else in the community is doing towards this global event. So get on trucking. Right, now, when it comes to these board orders, you have a choice. You can pick and choose the orders that you want to do, or if you don't want to, you can rip them off like I'm just about to do there. Now, the ones you want to be ripping off are the ones that you don't have the items for within your production, unless of course you can make those items and then you can keep the order till later. Now, the choice is yours if you want to focus on the coins or the experience points, or you can just say, hey, forget about it and just do all of the truck orders. Now, that's kind of what I'm doing at the moment. Now, I'm not really picking and choosing the orders. I'm just doing them as I find them on the board and sending them on their way, because for me, I'm really interested in the decoration. And oh yes, that's 4 trucks done. Oh my goodness, I don't believe it. And I've just got the first threshold reward. And did you see what I got? I got 10 axes. You heard it, everybody. 10 axes. Oh yes. Right, now what have we got so far there? We've got 3 days and 23 hours left on the clock at the time of making this video. Now, at the moment within the game, we've got 2 days and 10 hours left on the clock. Now, you'll see here there's only 790 odd thousand done there. Currently in the game, with 2 days and 10 hours left on the clock, we're up to 93 million. Well on our way to getting the 149 million. So that's well over halfway, everybody. You can do this. Just get those trucks going, because it's really important that we get this reward. Now, when I actually look at this reward, it looks really interesting. It looks like a really cool mine entrance, as though someone's been digging into the ground. And I must admit, I'm so looking forward to having this. And I'm tempted to put it just across my road where I have my purple cat. Now, if you want to see what I mean by purple cat, everybody, do check my farm out. In fact, I'm going to show you later how I actually made that purple cat, because I've seen these cats appear on different people's farms all over the place at the moment, and I think it's a really awesome design. So if you want to see what my purple cat looks like, do check out my farm later. Come down to the section just across the road, and it looks really wonderful, if I do say so myself. I'm using the Halloween decoration. I've got fires for the eyes, and it looks so cool with its purple whiskers. Oh yes. Right, now let's get back to the video. Now, you'll notice from looking at my truck here, there are gold coins on the back. And every time you actually send off one of these trucks, you're going to get some gold coins. You're also going to get some experience points. Now, the gold coins are great. So you'll notice here I've got 3,587,297 gold coins. So by the time I finish this video, I should be rolling in money. And I'm getting really close to that 4 million mark now. In fact, my money's actually much less now currently in the game than what you're looking at, because I spent so much money buying the decoration to make my purple cat and some other things within the game. But I'm also getting experience points, and I do like to get experience points because it's getting me closer to that level 100 that I'm aiming for. So only 6 more levels to go, and then I can make a video about me getting that golden chair with the golden tree. I so can't wait. But that's digressing from the Halloween event. Now, the Halloween event is great. Not only do we have this cool event to go for, but if you actually go to the shop itself, you can find some really interesting Halloween decoration. And I must admit, I do love the addition to the game this year. Have you checked out the spooky pumpkin? 25 diamonds for a really cool pumpkin that's got candles inside and outside, and it looks absolutely awesome. If you want to see what my one looks like, find the silo on my farm next to my gnome house, and the Halloween pumpkin house is sitting just next to my gnome house, and I think it goes really nicely there. The other decoration I like is my spooky plant, or Audrey as I like to call her after the very famous movie that I saw many years ago. And she's currently situated down by my coffee kiosk trying to eat the spider in my haunted tree, and it looks so cool as she tries to reach out and bite it. And we all know that plants love to eat spiders. Now you can also get some other really cool decoration within the game. There's the gargoyle that we had for 1 year's Halloween event. That's worth 90 diamonds. You've got the haunted birdhouse, which is very nice. And did you know, if you keep tapping on that birdhouse, everybody, the bats that are flying around your farm will all fly to your haunted birdhouse. And it looks really cool with all those bats just hanging from that tree. In fact, if you tap any of the birdhouses, you will get lots of bats coming to it. You've also got the cemetery fences. Now I'm quite happy they came back again this year because I was able to use my diamonds and add to my collection of fences. And I'm so looking forward to getting hundreds of those within the game and start building up my collection a lot more. We've got some other really cool Halloween decoration. Did you know there's Halloween cauldrons, there's jack-o'-lanterns, there's the spider treasure set, there's the pumpkin pedestal, there's the tombstone, and they look really cool. Now, if you have been looking at your fishing area within the game, you may have noticed something really spooky floating across the water. And if I do say so, please tap on it, because if you are new to the game and this is your first Halloween, then you will find that you will get a really nice coffin. And inside the coffin, just like you're looking at here on my image now, you will find Chick Norris, because he's been swimming in the lake. There he is now, he's sticking his head up. So check out your fishing area. Once a day the ghost will float across the lake, and when you see it, tap on it and you will get a prize. It could be anything from resources, a tomb, diamonds, and it's really worth getting. And it usually comes back at the same time every day once you've spotted it. Now do check out the forums and do check out people's Facebook groups for the game, because lots of people are letting us know when they do actually find the ghost. And if you do see the ghost, let everybody know so we can all check our pond area, because you never know, if we're in the same region, maybe the ghost is coming at the same time. Now if I look in my fishing area at the moment within the game, it's not actually there, so I'm going to have to come back later and see where he is, because I haven't spotted today's ghost. I really hope I haven't missed it, because I do so want to get some nice rewards. Now, in case you are wondering what this video is about, it's all about the tracking event. Now, the tracking event is helping us towards this global total so we can get some really nice prizes. Now, you've got the threshold prizes every time you reach a specific stage, and they are quite nice at the moment, and they are some of the Halloween decoration that I've mentioned. Now, I'm up to 50 trucks at the moment within the game, and in total you're going to need 100 trucks to complete this event if you wish to do all of the thresholds. And it's actually very, very easy. Actually, no, it's not easy, because you may start to find that you are running out of produce within your storage. Now, if you're lucky and your storage is quite high, so as an example, if I look at my barn, I can store up to 2,400 items. Now, it's all about planning and basically keeping a good quantity of items that occur regularly within the truck orders. Now, you can see here from looking at the trucks I'm doing, the kind of things that are coming up. Now, quite often these truck orders are based on what you do have in stock. You may find sometimes that they're requesting items you don't really want to be giving away. Now, if you're not happy with that, then just rip them off. Now, I'm not too fussed about that at the moment. I can always make more items because I play the game all the time, and it's very, very easy when you've maxed everything out on most of your machines to get things in production and just leave them making. So as an example, within the game at the moment, I just loaded up my dairy with a lot of goat's cheese because I'd actually run out. Some of these requests do require a lot of goat's cheese, if I do say so myself. Now, you may not enjoy doing some of these orders. You might think, hey, I can sell this and get more coins by putting them in my roadside stall. Now, that's true, but then again, you won't really get the experience points for doing that, and you won't really get that nice reward at the end of the day. So for this truck event, I would say just bite the bullet and not worry too much about the coins that you're getting paid for these items. Just fill as many orders as you can in the time that you have, because if we do reach that grand total, like I said, the prize will be awesome, and it's not something you can actually buy within the game. It's a special item created by the design team, and I must admit the design team is awesome. Just look at what they've created for us this Halloween. They even created a nice image for me to advertise my YouTube channel to everybody else, and it's really, really nice. And I've modified the first image on the front of the page, but I've included the back image, or in the back I've included the same image, just so you know what it looks like. And I'm going to thank the Heyday team a little bit later again for that. In fact, next time I go to Finland, I may just buy the designer a nice beer or glass of wine just to say thank you for the support with the images. In fact, I might take the whole team out for a drink. My treat. Not so sure I'll pay for dinner, but a few beers will be okay, I think. That will go down very, very nicely if it ever happens in the future. Now, what's your feeling for this event? Are you enjoying it at the moment? Do you find that it uses a lot of resources? Are you having to go into your fishing area like this and do a lot of fishing just to build up your resources so you can make new products? Okay, some of these trucks can be quite challenging, and I must admit they do drain your storage very, very quickly. Now, if you are in a neighborhood, the best thing about a neighborhood is that you can work together. So if you are finding that you are running out of items, the first thing you should be doing is saying, hey neighborhood, I need this for the truck event. Who can help me out, please? And then start supporting each other, because that's up to 30 people you can have in your hood, and that's 30 barns worth of storage. Now, if you want to, why not plan it so each member holds maybe 5 or 6 items of a large quantity, and then you can just make those items and keep that amount of storage within your barns, instead of everybody filling up their barns with similar items and then not having the same amount. So here's a tip for you teams out there who want to work together. Designate certain products for certain people. So the more challenging products that require the high levels get those of the lower levels with smaller barns get the easier products that can be turned around much faster. For those of you who have expanded your production machines a lot more, keep those producing the goods and then pass them over to your neighbors that need those items. Support each other. Use each other's barns as a way of storing the materials for these kinds of truck events. It's really, really useful. When it actually comes to expanding your barn, okay, you are going to need certain materials. So you will need bolts, you will need planks, and you will need duct tape. Now, as an example, if I want to increase my storage to 2,450, I'm going to need 67 of each of those, or 536 diamonds for that. Now, the diamonds is quite excessive. I don't have that many within the game. As you can see, only 38 there at the moment, but currently within the game I've got 46. Woohoo! My diamonds have gone up, even though my coins have gone down because I did purchase some things. But I don't have that many diamonds, but I do have a large barn. And I'm quite happy to pass over the barn expansion materials to my hood as and when they need them if I don't need them for expanding. So please do the same within your own neighborhoods. Also remember as well, with the machines you have the option of stacking. Now if you look at some of my machines at the moment, you'll see that there are items sitting on the machines that I haven't collected. This means that they're not actually taking up storage within my barn, which is great. So I can just leave them there for when I need them. And if you balance it quite nicely, it's great, because it then means that you can actually have a lot more ready for when you need to be doing this truck event. Okay, that's another tip for you. Now I've jumped ahead slightly within the game and I'm doing quite well. I've actually done quite a few truck orders. Now how many prizes has I got at the moment, I wonder. In a second we will go and have a look and see where I am currently. Now in real game at the moment I'm up to the 4th threshold, which is what I'm going to do up to and including this video. So that's going to be 50 trucks to get to the 4th threshold. And the prizes are actually not bad for me so far. I've got 10 axes for the first one and I've entered the global event. For my second one I've got the headstone, which really looks good. I've got myself another cauldron for the third one, and my 4th prize, oh yes, 10 shovels. Wicked. This means that I can go to the mine and it makes it much easier doing mine tasks. And you know what, I've actually done 2 mine tasks so far. Okay, the points are only just over 300, but that's fine because it means I've done 7 of my 8 tasks at the moment, and I'm looking forward to finishing my 8th one later, even though my hood is not doing so well within the derby. We're currently level 15. So 15 of 15 and everybody is way ahead of us. I think we're going to be knocked down at the end of this derby back to the 3rd level. Oh no, oh dear. So we're going to go from the expert league back down to the professional league, I think. Fingers crossed we can go back up next time. Still, not to worry. Now you will find that as you are playing and doing this event, you're going to have to start replanting and chopping down. So actually these axes that we've got within the game have been very handy. Any axes and saws that you will require, maybe you can support each other. But my strong recommendation is use your diamonds for Tom for axes and saws, because you never know, you might require them, especially when it comes to chopping down the trees or digging up the bushes that you've got within your game itself. And you do use a lot of these, I must admit. And speaking of support, look at all these wonderful people. So thank you very much for your help with all of the revives. And I'm sending thank you messages to every single person there. And I really do hope that there were some nice gift cards in some of those, because I'd love to support you with getting some nice gifts. In fact, I got some thank you letters recently and I was able to get some vouchers for 30 gift cards. So I was very happy with that. In fact, I think it was 3 blue vouchers, so that's taken my total up to 35 blue vouchers now. I'm well on my way to getting enough to buy myself a new horse, and I can't wait for that one. I'd love to have that beautiful white horse on my farm. But then again, maybe I will buy myself a new pet. I'm not really sure yet. I need to think about that. What do you think I should do, everybody? Should I get myself another horse or should I get myself another pet? What's your recommendation? Maybe you can give me some feedback and say, hey, Ricky, why not get this? You might like it better. But I think my preference is going to be the horse. I do like the horses. Lots of nice orders there. Some of those are challenging, some of those not. So 25 of 26. So I'm about to get that third threshold. We're up to 22 million there with 3 days and 14 hours left on the clock. Can we do it, I wonder? 149 million trucks. That seems like a lot, but I reckon it's possible. Now, if I actually go to the game at the moment and I actually scroll through the actual people who are contributing within the game, I can see who the top contributors are. So at the moment, currently within the top contributors league, the number one person with 8,633 trucks is Wada7. And Wada7, let's go and have a look at their farm. Ooh, a level 98 farm. Interesting decorations. Okay. Okay, I like their tree design on their farm around their animal pens. I like the way they've actually boxed the trees on their farm for their actual fruit trees. The way they've actually put their machines and then used the path is quite interesting as well. However, they do have this rather big open area towards the back of the farm that looks like it needs a little bit of work. And the toolbox I've just found didn't give me any nice rewards. That's a shame. Now, if you look next to my trackboard at the moment, you will see the cauldron there. That's the candy cauldron. That's the one that I got for the third reward. And I must admit, it does look really, really nice if I do say so myself. I am liking the rewards I'm getting. Now, is everybody else getting the same kind of rewards, or are you getting something different? Why not let me know? Also, as well, if you do have a really nice Halloween decorated farm, please send me an image, because I'm actually going to include in the next video of this Halloween event lots of images at the end of different farms with Halloween related images, and I've been taking lots of screenshots for some of the farms that I found out there. Now, there are some nice basic decorations with a few bits of Halloween, but I'm looking for something a little bit more than just one or two things scattered around. So if you've actually decorated your farm or your town with something very nice and Halloween looking and you'd like to see it in a video, please do send me the image on my Facebook account, and if I like it, I will include it in my next Halloween video. Now, you need to make sure that you get that to me very, very soon, because I will be making the second part of the video by the end of this week coming. Now, hopefully by the end of this week as well, we should have reached the grand total. We should know whether we've got the reward or not. And I'm so looking forward to actually getting it and then showing it off on my farm. Now, if we do fail to get it, it will be a shame. But I will still show you lots of Halloween farms. So please do let me have your images, as I said, because I really do like some of them that I'm looking at the moment. Please be creative. Okay, I know some of these decorations are expensive, but they are really cool. If you want to see what the decorations look like on a farm, check out my farm, because I've got all of the decorations actually laid out at the moment, just across the road from my purple cat. And I must admit, I'm looking at my purple cat at the moment, and it looks absolutely fantastic. And whoever was the initial designer of the cat design, thank you very much for creating such a cool image, because it's going to go viral. I'm going to try and get as many people out there as I can doing these purple cats. In fact, everybody, let's make a purple cat video. If you can make a cat on your farm, whether it's using the hay bales or some other form of decoration, or even using the lavender decoration like I've done, please send me that image and I will put that into a special video with any others that I've got as well, because I must admit, I do love the decorations that people are doing. Right, now what are we doing in the game? Now he's after tomatoes, but he's going to wait and wait and wait. In fact, he's still waiting on my farm for me to do those tomatoes. So I guess I better serve him soon. I've sent a few other visitors away, but I still haven't done him. So I think before I hit the sack tonight, I will make some more tomatoes just to make him happy so I can finally get him done. And I think in the next video, I will show you me serving him because he has been waiting patiently. In fact, he would have waited 100 trucks by the end of the video. Okay, what's my coinage at the moment? So 3,600,000. So, ooh, I've increased some coins. Oh, yes. Now, I do get a lot of people saying, hey, Red Knight, hey, Ricky, how do I get coins in the game? And I always say this, make items and sell items. As you can see from just doing a simple event like this, we are able to get lots of coins. Okay, the coins are just standard coins here. There's nothing too special about them. The prices are just basic prices. They may be a little less than what you could get by selling them on the roadside stand. But this way you do get experience points. And experience points are the way to level up within the game. So all of those who say, how do I level up within the game? Guess what? These kind of events are fantastic for that because you can actually get lots of experience points as well. Now I'm getting very, very close to that second threshold there for the experience points as well. And that means I'm going to get some TNT, dynamite for that next one as well. Now it's not going to be a lot, but 2 dynamite will be very, very nice. And I'm well on my way to the third one already within the game. 5 more orders there, 4 orders ripped off. Now if you are ripping off orders, remember there is a turnaround time, and that turnaround time will tick down. And when the order comes back, maybe, just maybe, you don't have the items in stock. Now you can make them again, or you can just rip it off and then start again, and you can keep ripping off and ripping off. But as I said, do keep your production lines going and do support each other. You will find it much easier that way. It's very difficult to make some of these decisions. 6 jams gone just like that, and not a lot of coinage. I sometimes wish that for these events that we were able to get extra coins as well, just to make it a little bit more interesting or more incentive focused within the game. So imagine if there was the opportunity to get like 3 times the price, 4 times the price, maybe 4 times the experience. Now that would be such an awesome event to do, and maybe one day that will actually happen. Think of it if it was like a combination one as well. Now I do love these events where we get nice decoration prizes, and it's something that I wish we would do more often. Okay, it's nice to have them as a seasonal event for certain activities, but every now and then maybe some of the decoration that we have within the game that does cost a lot is the prize. So as an example, if you went to the shop now and you just scroll down for some of the items that are there, you might come across something that's very challenging to get or cost a lot of money. So as an example, if we go down to the very bottom, you've got these golden statues like the stallion as an example. Imagine if one of the stallions or the mad chicken, the golden ones that are worth 1,500,000 coins, were a prize within the game. That would be so wonderful, and I think a lot of people would go for this kind of thing. So request to the Heyday team, what are the opportunities or possibilities of actually doing this sometime? Maybe an event to get some more of these prizes so people can actually have them on their farms. I think that would be really nice. Now maybe make it so it's a lot more challenging for us to do, but considering the prizes, I think a lot more people might actually go for it. What do you think, everybody? Do you like that idea? Would you like to try some more challenging requests sometimes for different items, especially if the rewards were some of the decorations within the game? Just like we're doing here with this Halloween event, we got a really cool decoration prize, so it actually gives us something really nice to aim for. Now my orders are dropping down. I'm down to the last two now. Ooh, the school is after two lots of things. And I must admit, I do like the actual decoration. When I used to play on my iPhone, I would never see this kind of imagery. But now that I'm actually using an iPad to play the game, and I look at the images, like as an example, if I go to my game at the moment and I bring up the church, you've got this church sitting on the hillside. It's a nice blue or dark grey style blue image with lights inside the church. I think that's great. Now, one thing I wonder that if is possible. Now, you've got this nice little church image, as I said, on top of the hill. But how about if these images could be animated? Now, that would be quite interesting. So, as an example, if I have a look at the moment, I've got Jones Salon. Imagine if someone were walking into that one, then waving to me. You've got the church, maybe music from the background coming out. You've got Susan's store, maybe something moving in the window that could change every now and then. You've got the kindergarten, maybe the actual rope swing with the tire is moving backwards and forwards. I think the possibilities are quite good, but maybe that would make the game more heavy in relation to the size of the game, so maybe not such a good thing. Okay, right, I'm down to my last order and I'm about to rip that one up as well. So now I'm at the stage where all of my orders are actually gone. Oh my goodness, I can't do any more truck orders. Not to worry. As I said before, okay, once you've ripped off the order, it doesn't matter because they do come back again. Now, it does take a bit of time between orders once you've written them off and when they do come back. So during that time, you have the opportunity to do what I'm about to do now. And that is to actually get on your farm, start harvesting your products, collecting your products from the machines, and getting more items into production. Because the more items that you can be making during this event at the same time will make it much easier. Now, one of the first things I often do during these events when I need to get things made is just to harvest my animal products, especially the eggs, because you are going to need a lot of eggs for some of these items. So keep your feed mills going. Now remember, you do have two feed mills and they do start quite low within the game. So you should have both of them by level 12, and I would recommend purchasing both of them. They're very fast and they don't take a long time to actually build and get ready. But the first one's only a few seconds anyway. But yeah, you can get them going. And then once you've got them, never let them stop working. Even if it means that you've got lots of bags of feed just ready there on the machine for you to feed your animals. Because the feed is very important. And the products that they are giving you will be requested a lot within the game. Once I've done that, then I start looking at my different machines and then seeing what needs to be done with my machines. Now, sometimes I have the goods, sometimes I don't. But not to worry if I don't have the items, because at some stage later I will be able to make them. Or as I said earlier in the video, I can ask my hood to help me out. Now, currently in the game at the moment, I'm actually doing this as well. I'm actually collecting my produce from my animals, and I must admit I do love the clothing for the Halloween animals. Have you seen the way that they've changed? So you've actually got the pigs, and they're all dressed up like little mummies, and it does look fantastic. So little waggly tails there, one little ear open, like their snout sticking through, their eyes just peeking through the bandages or on the bandages itself, depending on how they're looking. Awesome. I must admit, the pigs look fantastic. The actual sheep itself, a very ghostly experience with their ball and chains and their little black hats. And I must admit, I'm so glad that they are kind of light, because I can imagine those balls and chains to be really heavy. Now, when it comes to my cows, now I do like the way that my cows are dressed with their fantastic little witchy hats and their little scarves, and with their facial expressions once you harvest their milk is brilliant, way they stick their tongues out. Even the joyous expression on their faces as you feed them again is quite nice. So I must admit, I do like the Halloween clothing for my animals. Now when it comes to my goats, I must admit I do like the actual vampire style costume, and the addition of the vampire teeth make the goats look really, really cool. The chickens though, this has to be the best. Fantastic. Jack-o'-lantern style body costumes with their heads just sticking through the top. So a nice little jack-o'-lantern overlaid on the body with the arms just sticking through, or the wings just sticking through. It looks really, really good. I actually wonder one day if the actual visitors that come to our farms could be dressed up as well. Now, we're running a Halloween theme, and we've got these visitors coming up to our farms requesting items. Now, I must admit, I do like that. I do like the fact that the visitors are coming and requesting things. But I must admit, it would be fantastic to see them wearing a Halloween costume. So, how challenging would it be for maybe 2016 to have all of the visitors that do come up within the game wearing Halloween costumes? Imagine if they're just walking up to your house wearing a ghost costume, or wearing the ball and chain, or something else. I think it could be wonderful. Now, how about Tom? So Tom will just be lying there. I wonder what kind of costume he would look good in. I could imagine him maybe as like a kind of scarecrow, with his scruffy looks, or maybe what else? What would be a good Halloween costume for Tom? In fact, I think this is a wonderful idea, everybody. Thinking of all of the characters within the game. Now, I will include all of the characters at the end of this video, both for the actual town and for the farm. Think about these characters. What kind of costumes would you like to see them wearing? Now, there are quite a few people in the game. Okay, I know within the town, as an example, you've got people that are dressed up in certain clothing. You've got your visitors to your actual farm as well, again. But how would you like to see them dressed up in a nice Halloween costume? What would you like to see them wearing? Why not let me know in the suggestions below? Because I think that could be a wonderful addition to the game. I really feel that that would go fantastically with the image that we're trying to create within the game for Halloween. Now, it's the same with Tom's dreams. Okay, I know at the moment he's dreaming of clothing and other products within the game, but how about Tom has a Halloween dream? Maybe he starts dreaming of the actual Halloween decorations. Maybe he starts dreaming of some of the food products, but a little bit scarier. Imagine if he was dreaming of the goat's cheese with teeth on them. Imagine if he was dreaming of the actual cherries, but maybe they had eyes inside the cherries or something. So a little bit more spooky on the dream. I think that would be quite nice. Another change I'd love to see. Now, if we think of like Christmas time for winter, we actually have the house all nicely decorated. And I must admit, I love that decoration. But during Halloween, it feels very bland. Now, I've seen lots of really wonderful images on the net for American houses, and I really do like what I see when I see these houses on the internet, and I think there's some really cool designs out there. You guys in America, you are fantastic when it comes to decorating your homes for the Halloween season. Now, I'd love to see our house on our farms with a little bit more decoration for Halloween. Now, I'm currently at level 94. My house has 2 floors. Okay, it's got a nice little porch area as well. Imagine if that image would change as well. Maybe something a little bit more spooky. Maybe Frankenstein hanging out one of the windows. It could be quite good. Maybe Frankenstein's coming out of the chimney. That could be quite nice as well. Imagine if Greg came up to my farm door wearing a Frankenstein costume. Oh my god, that would be fantastic. I would so love to see that. It would be awesome. Really, really awesome. Now, I don't know how much effort and stress that will put on the design team, but if it's something that you would consider or think about maybe for the future, I know people like myself and maybe a few others out there would really appreciate this kind of suggestion or addition to the game. At the moment, we're getting the same kind of designs again and again and again. Let's try to give us a little bit more creative element within the game to make that Halloween event a little bit more Halloween-y, if you know what I mean. Now, I do love the way that you've decorated the trees. I just adore the fact that these trees have the actual pumpkins in them, especially within like the fishing area. I think that happens to be one of my favorite areas for tree decorations. So the trees in the fishing area, they have jack-o'-lanterns actually hanging from them, and I think that makes it really, really special. So not only do we have the ghost that's in the fishing area, we actually have trees with jack-o'-lanterns on them as well. Awesome. You've got the bats flying around. Now, if you want to see lots and lots of bats, I think the fishing area is the best place to go. Just look at the way they're actually flying across the water. You can get so many of them. Now, try to do what I do sometimes when you actually got the bats flying across the street. See if you can tap on the bats. It's actually quite interesting. Now, I must admit they don't do anything. They're kind of not like the bees that actually blow up or whatever else. But it's just interesting to tap on them. I think the best option for tapping, as I said, is the haunted house. Just keep tapping on that and the bats will come to it. In fact, I'm doing it now just to see how many bats I will get. Okay, here comes number 1. Here comes number 2. And number 1's disappearing. Number 2's still there. No, number 2's back again. Here comes number 3. Oh, yes. We're at 5 bats already at my tree house. Wonderful. Now, currently within the game, you're looking at some of the items I've got on storage here. Now, I've kind of expanded my barn already here, so I don't need all of these extra items. So I'm going to put them into my stall, and I'm telling my hood that there are items there ready for sale. Like I said, it's all about passing the stuff that you don't need over to someone else. Actually, do I have anything I can get rid of at the moment within the game? Let's go and have a look. Oh, yes. I've got a few random items, not a lot. Maybe I should start selling some of these maps now for the town, since the newspaper seems to be empty of them. Maybe I can make a killing. Lots and lots of items. Now, this is the great thing about having all of these excess items within your actual barn. If you don't need them, just sell them on. Now, if you are looking to expand, okay, I would strongly recommend focusing on the one design aspect of your farm. Focus on just the barn, or focus on just the silo. If you are limited with space at the lower levels, you're not going to be wanting to overburden your barn by storing too many expansion items. Sell off your town items if you're not using them till later. Share them with your hoodies. Maybe someone else can store town items, maybe someone else can store barn items, maybe someone else can store silo items. But do make sure that you are in a hood where you can trust everybody else. Otherwise, you may find people leave and take everything with them, and then that's not so nice. Now, I must admit, I do trust my hood members. Sometimes they can be very demanding and a little challenging, but they're my hoodies. Look at those coins mounting up there as I'm selling items. Actually, the coins haven't changed yet because I've not collected them, but I will do so in a minute. Now, you're watching here and you're able to see the kind of things that I've got in my barn. Now, some of the items that I should have more of are actually quite low. And that's one of the things for actually doing these truck events. Items do go quickly. So once you do start running out, do check your barn. It's actually much easier sometimes looking at your barn and scrolling down to the bottom just to see what you only have a few items of. And then once you've seen what you've got a few items of, guess what? You can start making that item item. So as an example, if I scroll down to the very bottom of my barn at the moment, I can see that I'm running out of syrup, so I need to make some more of those. I'm also out of apple pies, so I guess I better start making some apple pies, because if I don't, then when I do need them in the game, I'm going to find very, very, very difficult to actually supply those. However, to make apple pies, I'm going to need syrup, so I guess I better make some syrup first. I was actually quite lucky the other day. I found loads of syrup in a newspaper, so I bought them. Whoever was selling them, thank you very much. They were well appreciated. In fact, the newspaper is a great place to actually go and get resources when you're doing a truck event. Sometimes you may find that you run out of items, and all you've got to do is open up a newspaper like this and have a quick hunt through. Now, okay, you're initially seeing just the main image there, but sometimes if you click on it and you look at what's behind that main image, you can find some cheap goodies. Now, sometimes I pay full price, sometimes not. Now, remember, when you do go to people's farms and you buy from their roadside stand, do look for the red toolbox, because if you're lucky, you can find diamonds or something else within inside. Now, if the actual toolbox is locked, don't worry, just go and try another farm and maybe you will be lucky. In fact, keep hunting for those toolboxes. Also, as well, when you're on other people's farms looking around, please make sure you do revive. I think I have too many popcorns. In fact, I used to have too many, but recently I saw a farm that needed lots of support with popcorn. Now, I had about 50 in stock, so I was quite happy to use all of those and basically do their truck or their boat for them. And yay, I got 3 thank you letters. It was quite nice. But I'm sorry to say those thank you letters didn't contain a gift card. But that's okay, because I got gift cards from other people. Now, when it comes to the truck events, now if I look at my truck board at the moment, okay, I've got 9 orders sitting there ready for me when I need to make my next video. Now, okay, when you're looking at the coins, you may feel, okay, as I've said earlier, that they're not really that high a value. But at the end of the day, as I said, is it important? Now, I don't think so for this. But looking at the items, now, if you want to know what to prepare for more orders, look at what's required. Look at how many items are shown in the number below. So as an example, I'm looking at an order here for Jones Salon, and it's for 844 gold coins and 623 experience points. Now, that's not a lot, but what is the order for? Well, it's for roasted tomatoes and it's for chocolate cake. Now, it's after 3 roasted tomatoes and 3 chocolate cakes. So I have 34 tomatoes roasted in storage, and I have 11 chocolate cakes. Now, once I've taken off the 3 chocolate cakes, it means that I'm going to be quite short. So that gives me a good indication that I need to start making more chocolate cakes, just to actually be ready for when I do that order, because 3 from the total means that it's going to take a large chunk out of storage. So focus on the orders when you're between actually making things, because the orders will give you a good indication on what's coming up and what you need to replace as you start making things. Do make sure that you do keep a good stock in storage. Now, I do find that having about 10 of everything is quite a nice amount to have there. Now, you may not have enough space for that 10, but as you start leveling up within the game and you start opening up your machines to more and more and more, you will find it does become easier. What else do I need to start making? Okay. Now, I'm looking at the church. 1,355 gold coins and 582 experience points. And thereafter, lobster pasta. I've got 5 in storage and it wants 1 of those, so I guess I'd better make some more of those. Bacon toast, oh my goodness, I only have, oh no, 5 of those, that's enough, okay. Fresh pasta, I've got 13, I need more of those. Oh, pizza, I've only got 1 left of those, I better make some more of those. And chocolate popcorn, so pizza's my priority there, so let's go put some pizza on. Aha, excellent. I've got some cheese made, so that's good. I now have 3 pizzas in production. As I said, looking at the truck board really does help. Now, one of my orders is for bracelets and it's asking for 3. Now, the great thing about these jewelry orders when they come up in a truck event, okay, you get the vouchers as well as the experience and the gold coins. Now, the gold coins can be very, very nice, but have a look at what's requested and you'll think, okay, I'm going to run out of jewelry very soon, so use your metal bars from your smelters and start making more jewelry. Now, I was quite lucky recently. I've actually got my smelter reward and I was really, really happy about that. So I've done all of the rewards for the smelter now and I'm quite chuffed. Okay, let's get some more bracelets in production. Now, the only thing I don't need to make is the diamond rings. In fact, I never make diamond rings, because I prefer to spend the money and actually buy them when I see them coming up on or in the newspaper. Now, you may think that's crazy because it's quite expensive, but I don't think so, because I'd rather use my diamonds for expanding in my game. And I find that all I'm doing is just passing on coins that I've got a lot of when I'm actually seeing these diamond rings for sale in the newspaper. So every time I see diamond rings up for sale, I will buy them. If possible, I'd like to keep about 10 diamond rings in storage, especially when it comes to the town, because I do find that the town does ask for quite a few diamond rings sometimes. And it's very, very important to actually be able to do some of these orders. Now, I love the town, as you know, but it can be very, very challenging doing the town and the truck event at the same time. Now, here you'll see me actually filling some of the orders within the town and collecting the prizes. Now, the prizes are great because I can be using these rewards for other things, but it's the actual orders that are the challenging part. Now, it's nice that I'm able to level up, it gives me experience and coins, etc. But you may find that during truck events, like what we've got at the moment, you want to ignore the town. Now, is that going to be a problem? No, it's not, because the town will wait until you are ready to go back. The train doesn't keep coming and dropping off passengers until you actually open up the town. Visitors are not going to go anywhere, they will stay there until you actually open up the town. So it's not going to be a problem to forget about the town while you are doing this event. And for you lower level players, I would strongly recommend this. Just ignore the town when you're doing these kind of tasks. Now, for us higher level players, it's going to be a challenge sometimes, because they do ask for things that you don't really want to give because you need them within the actual event itself. So just look at some of the items it's asking for at the moment. So, oh my goodness, candles. That's a challenge. Still, by looking at what's being ordered here, I can see what products are very, very popular within the town, and basically it will tell me a good indication for what I need to make when it comes to getting my production machine going. In fact, every building within the town only requires certain products, and if you actually check out the guide on the forum for the town, you can actually see which products are required by which building, and it actually makes it much, much easier when it comes to planning. Now, because you want to be getting more visitors, you need to be going looking at your neighborhood's town and then choosing the one that has the maximum number of passengers. Now, remember that these passengers are only going to want to go to one building, and you will not know what they require until they actually go in the building, just like your regular visitors that come on the larger train. Now, if you're lucky, and like I have been here, you'll notice that sometimes the Derby will come up with a truck order. for one of its task events. Now, because we're doing the actual truck event for the Halloween event, you can kill two birds with one stone here. So you can fill trucks and claim points towards your derby tasks. Awesome. Oh my goodness, is that so good. So you'll see here by looking at my indicator, I've got to get 30 trucks done and I've done 27. So those 30 trucks are 30 from the total that I need to achieve for the actual event, and I also get 30 trucks worth of points and experience, and I also get the derby as well. So that's points for my derby, and if I'm lucky I will get some nice prizes. Now in fact I'm quite happy about the derby, even though my hood is not doing so well this time. We're running last, but my prizes I'm going to get are really nice, especially one of them, because I'm going to get one of the new decorations, and it will be the first time since they came out in the last update, and I'm looking forward to having one of these decorations on my farm or my town. Rest of the items are just standard. Now if you want to, you can use the diamonds to spin them, which I've done on a few occasions. In fact, the last time I did a derby, I span and I was able to pick up loads of diamonds as prizes as well. So yay, that was pretty awesome. Now this time my hood needed to get 24,000 points just to get every reward or every horseshoe reward within the derby. Now we've done that even though we're still running last. The top hood at the moment is on 42,702. My hood is only on 26,784, but then again we've lost a few members since the derby started. Now I'm not blaming that on everybody. Some people are participating, some haven't yet started. I do love that opening screen. The actual opening screen has been changed as well for the Halloween, and I must admit I do like that decoration that they come up with within the game. Have you actually looked at it when it actually opens? Do you like the costumes that the animals are wearing? It looks really cool. You've got your mummy, you've got your vampire, you've got the bats as well, you've got ghosts flying up on the screen. It looks really nice, if I do say so myself. I'm running out of orders again. I've only got 2 left. Will I be able to do this truck for the derby with those 2 orders? Oh yes, not a problem. So in 2 more orders I'm going to be able to complete one of my derby tasks as well. And the new order has come up and I can't do anything with that one. Now you'll notice there I've got some orders with green ticks and some without. Now the green ticks means I can do that one. The one without, it means I can't do those. And did you see that as well? I just got a new threshold. Now what's that threshold given me, I wonder? Was it the 4th one? Yes it was. So I've now done all 50 trucks that I wanted to do for this video. Now currently within the game I'm up to 69 and I need to get 100. So yay. And did you see the prize I got there? Oh yes, I've got the derby one done as well now. Excellent. But 10 shovels. Oh yes, I'm really happy with the prizes. And there go all the horses in the derby, and we're in last place and we've been overtaken. Oh my goodness. Now that was a 20,000, so the pink threshold. What did I get for that prize, I wonder? Let's go and have a look at the rewards. Now for a pink I've got 2 tapes, 2 bolts, or 2 purple vouchers. What should I choose, I wonder? Quite a few of my team members still need to finish some of their tasks, so yay. Lots of tasks there ready to be chosen from. What should I do next? I could do a mine one. A mine one's pretty easy. In fact, I'm going to do a mine one. 93 ores, 307 points. That's going to be very easy because I have sufficient items, especially after getting all of those shovels. Yay. and it also means that I can get more diamonds. So let's see how many diamonds I get here. Now I'm on 38 diamonds. Now the great thing about the mine, when you do the mine, not only do you get the ores, you also get diamonds sometimes, and if you're lucky you can get quite a few. Now it will vary depending on which device you're using to mine from. Sometimes you're lucky and you'll get many, sometimes you'll get zero. It's just case by case. So come on, diamonds, diamonds, diamonds. I can't see anything sparkly there yet. Lots of ores to be used later. Now, even though I'm reducing my storage of explosive devices here, I'm increasing my storage by adding in the ores. So I guess later I better start making some metal bars. Now, I've actually not maxed out my smelters yet. I've only really opened them up to 4 bars each. Now, okay, I've got the 4 smelters. I could increase each of the smelters by more, but is it actually really worth it for me? I don't think it is. I'm quite happy just to leave some of the ores still in storage until I need them later. Okay, yes, they may take up a bit of space, but if I want to get rid of them, I can always sell them. 39 diamonds. Lots of ores, lots of experience points, and there goes the task, and that's another derby task done in this video. So let's get some bars made. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Oh my goodness, no, I won't buy any more. I'll just do these ones instead. Yay. And that one's all done as well. 4 bars. Okay, let's change. I better do refined coal. I'm out. Now, a good thing about having some of these bars made and ready, you will get the occasional truck order for bars, and that will mean that you'll also get lots of experience as well. So do make sure if you have bars and one of these truck orders comes up, just send it on its way with those bars, because it can be quite handy. Now, what should I choose next, I wonder, as my task? I'm going to do a fishing task, I think. Now, I like the fishing tasks. I've done 3 so far within the derby. Now, I've got one more task to do before I've done all my 8, and I think I will choose another fishing task if it comes up, but we will have to wait and see. In fact, one fishing task has come up, and it's 315 points for a fishing task, and I'm going to say yes to that one because I like fishing. But before I do so, let's make sure I have enough lures made. So how many do I have? Ooh, I'm running out of lures. That could be dangerous. Now, please do be careful. If you are choosing derby tasks, make sure you have the resources to actually do it. Now, if I actually look at my toolbox, my tackle box for my actual lures, I've got 28 worms, I've got 6 purples, 13 blues, 0 greens, and 1 gold. Is that enough, I wonder, to actually do a good fishing task? Now, I've also got lobster traps, and I've got duck traps in my pond area at the moment. But then again, how many days left do I have? So we've got to do this derby 1 day 17 hours, so £108, that's easy. I can start that one tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to accept that one. I will do that when I get the chance tomorrow morning when I wake up. So my traps will be done in 5 hours. That will be fine. In the meantime, I can get some worms in production and get those making. Now, for my actual lure workbench, I can only make 5 lures at a time. I was considering actually maxing out the machine on the lure workbench, but the actual number of diamonds I need is just way out of my limits. Now, I do love these fishing events, but I just can't afford to spend all of those diamonds just to max out one slot. So the next slot for both of my machines will require 90 diamonds. I've only got 39. And then once you get to the one after that, it's a lot more. So only a few people can actually afford to max out that machine. Personally though, I think 4 is suitable enough. Especially if you're making the actual lures and using the nets during the off time. Now fishing is much easier on an iPad, if I do say so myself. When I actually sometimes go back and play my game on my iPhone, oh, it's so frustrating having such a small screen now. I really don't know how I managed to cope in the past. I'm so much more comfortable now looking at a large screen in the game. Sometimes having something big is much better. Now, just to let everybody know, I'm actually making some other videos at the moment as well. One of those videos is on the Heyday machines. So once it's ready and it's done, I will release it to everybody, and it will give you lots of cool information about all of the machines within the game. I'm also making one that covers every single animal within the game that's important to us, and again it will give you lots of information. So 2 new videos coming out very soon after this Halloween one. I'm just waiting on a little bit more information from some other sources and some images. Once it's done, then I will release it, and it has a lot of information that's not out there in the market at the moment, because I've checked the wiki and that's not up to date with some of the information. And big thank you to Nick at Supercell for supplying me that information. It's making the video much better, if I do say so myself. I actually find the Heyday team to be very friendly and sociable when it comes to support. Okay, I know a few people sometimes do experience problems within the game, but all you have to do is to reach out to them and then just say, hey, I've got a problem within the game, can you give me some advice or some suggestions please, or maybe help me out. Remember, you do have the in-app reporting system. Do go and look at that part of the game. Now if you go into the settings and you look for the community tab, you've got some options there for actually contacting and connecting with the Heyday staff members. So there's one there for the actual wiki, there's one there for the YouTube channel, there's one there for the Twitter account, there's one there for Instagram, which I think is a wonderful way of sharing images, and I do so love posting lots of my images. In fact, if you're on Instagram, send me a request, join me on Instagram as well, because I do post lots of photos and my friends base is increasing a lot, and I'm always looking for more friends on Instagram so we can share some cool images to do with the game and other things with each other. And I do like looking at your images that you post as well. There are some really interesting ones out there for just everyday people's lives. Now the kind of things I like to share will relate to places in Japan or food or other things that I'm looking at. So if it's something you want to share as well, please do share with me. Right, now we've finished looking at that. Let's go and look at the threshold prizes. So for 4 trucks, what did we get? We got 10 axes. Oh yes. For the second threshold at 12 trucks, what did we get? We got a beautiful headstone there, and I was so happy about that one. For our 26 trucks, what did we get within the game? We got a candy cauldron. Oh yes. Oh, yummy. And for 50 trucks, what did we get? We got 10 shovels. Wicked. Right, now there's one other thing I wanted to talk about, the ghost. Now I've mentioned the ghost. Let me show you what it looks like. Now that's the Heyday ghost. You need to find this in your fishing area, everybody. Once you've found that ghost, it starts over here by the waterfall, it comes across like it's doing now, and it will disappear when it gets to the end of the screen. You need to tap on this. Once you tap on it like I'm about to do so, you will get a prize. Now there you go. Did you see that? Chick Norris was inside, and you can't hide from me, young man. I saw you and I claimed the prize. So I'm very pleased about it. So you need to be doing this. Okay, right, that's it everybody for the first video. I've talked enough, I've spoken about the game, I've told you some good tips about getting help from your hoods. So I'm going to say goodbye to all. Now this is the image that the Heyday team created for me. Thank you very much, it was awesome. And don't forget to subscribe everybody to my channel and send me your images. See you all next time. Goodbye now.